My name is Liza Stratton, and I'm a Senior Youth Development Coordinator and Camp Director at the Pineland branch of the YMCA of Southern Maine. Today, I'm going to show you some options and kind of give you a creative challenge to make a robot out of only recycled materials or materials that you have around your house. So let's make some recycled robots. For materials, I just kind of went around my house and took things that we didn't need anymore, that we had a lot of, or things that I could kind of cut up and change. So I got some sticks from outside. I found some old screws and nuts and bolts from like an empty, like a junk drawer that we have, some tin foil, some Q-tips, straws, glue, scissors, tape, coffee filters, plates, a couple plastic forks, cardboard, and paper. And with these things, my challenge is to try to create a robot. So let's get started. So first, I'm just kind of starting with the main parts of the robot's body. So I'm going to make like a torso, some arms, and some legs and a head. And then after that, I'm going to go in and use all this other little fun things to add some details and make some robot buttons, maybe a computer screen, an antenna, all those kinds of things that we think robots should have. Maybe I'll even add like a wheel or a special thing like that too. So far I have my robot body and some arms, and then also I had these bendy pieces on my cardboard, so I'm going to turn it into like a little compartment. This is going to be a little roller wheel for his legs. So instead of having regular legs like people do, he's going to have some wheelie legs. I think I'm actually going to use the holes in this cardboard for his eyes, his nose, which will be really big, and then his little mouth. So I'm going to cut this a little bit so it's a little bit smaller, so it's not as big as my body. There, so far I have kind of all the main components. I have a head, some arms and legs, and now I also have this cool compartment that I'm excited about. So now I'm going to go in and use all of the little pieces that I have and maybe some more cardboard to add some details to really make him look like a robot. Also with cardboard, the glue might take a little bit extra time to dry just because the cardboard's so heavy. So if you want, you can always use some tape or just let it dry, give it some time to dry before you pick it up and move it around. I'm also going to use a fork for at least one hand because I think it'll be pretty silly. So he's going to have a fork hand on this side. And that one I attach with tape because it's plastic, so it'll work easier. And then I think on the other side, I'm going to give him some straw fingers so that they can be bendable. There, so this is what I have so far, and his fingers are bendy so he can pick a lot of stuff up. If you're having trouble too, you can think about, if you're having trouble coming up with ideas, you can think about what your robot's job would be. So maybe my robot works in a kitchen because he has a fork for a hand, or maybe he, works in a factory, so he has to pick up and put down a lot of pieces, which his bendy hand will come in handy for. And I'm going to use some of the screws and stuff to work inside of his compartment, and I'm going to give him lots of buttons inside of there. because every robot should have buttons. And every robot that gets made is probably going to look a lot different because you'll have different materials than I did. Maybe you'll have some things that are cooler. You could use really anything that you can come up with, anything that you can glue down or cut and change will work perfect for this. This is what I have so far, using these screws and bolts to make some buttons and some pieces for my compartment. Also, if you want to, you could use whole boxes to make your robot. So it doesn't have to be flat pieces like I'm using. You could actually use whole boxes and build a robot that would be much bigger and kind of 3D, where this is more two-dimensional. Using tinfoil is perfect for this robot activity because it's shiny, just like metal. So we can use it really well and really easily. There, so I think I'm done with my robot, but feel free to continue on with your decorations. You can also get some paint and paint over too and cover up some of the cardboard, or you could use things that aren't cardboard to build your robot necessarily so that it's a little more bright and colorful. You can use some construction paper and glue that on if you want. We'd love to see the things you're creating, so please take a picture and send it in to us so we can check it out.